Hey guys, Romie here, so please like, comment, subscribe. This is my review for The Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 2, Episode 3. Hold your horses. Now, the episode starts off with Monique. She has her friend Gigi there, and Gigi's just like this fun, chill, relaxed character, joking about Chris's underwear being big, joking around the fact that Monique has a white maid. So it's like, Lord, moving on up. Isn't that interesting? The help is white. Aren't you doing well? Anyway, but the main thing with this is two things. Monique has a strained relationship with her mother-in-law, and that's because she feels her mother-in-law got jealous of the fact that her husband found another woman in his life to, just love and give all of his attention to. And the other thing that's currently going on is that Chris, he's being inducted into the Alabama Hall of Fame, and I believe Monique said he's only 38, if I'm not mistaken, and normally the average age is like 50-something, so there's that, and so that's what's currently going on with her. Now, this show, I don't know what happened, I don't know why it happened. I guess the ladies really don't have any real issues with each other. Maybe that's why it's happening the way it is, but there's not much going on. Charisse, she wants to go and pack up, I guess technically her husband's room where he would go, his man cave of sorts, his office. Since they're pretty much going to go and get a divorce, she's talking with her daughter because she wants to name it the Champagne Room. Her daughter's like, oh, that name is no. And she shows this very rough sketch of how she wants the Champagne Room to look. I said, okay, so are you going to be upset if it doesn't look like that? Because I wouldn't. Robin, she goes and she has drinks with Giselle. And this is where she goes and she essentially talks to Giselle because Giselle's saying, you know what, we're going to go to, what is it called, the, the Preakness Stakes? The Preakness Stakes. And horse racing. And Robin misses it. She used to love doing that stuff, when she was really a part of high society. Actually, no, they're not out for drinks. They're getting their nails done. But Robin wants to talk about, Giselle, I love you. You're my friend. But at the end of the day, it was pretty messed up how you went at Charisse. And again, she just kind of reiterates what she really meant and what she really said in comparison to what Karen said that she said. And I'm really glad, and proud of the fact that Robin told that to Giselle's face, even though that's how the relationship seemed to be anyway, but not only told it to her face, told it in the way of, I'm actually your friend, I just want you to know how you came off was really foul and messed up, and I don't want you to misrepresent yourself like that ever again, because I know that's not you. I know that's not you in real life, and especially someone that used to be your friend saying stuff like that, or insinuating stuff like that, that's not cool. But Giselle also makes mention of Monique, and Giselle is the biggest fan of Monique. She still hasn't gotten over the fact that Monique went and did that rhyme. And here's what I have to say about that. Monique, I like her. We already know that. And I feel like Monique feels like she has nothing to prove to these ladies. So she's just going to be her full self. If they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. Giselle does this to everyone who comes into the group that's new. Everyone that comes into the group that's new. So this isn't anything special. But we'll see how Karen feels, because that's more so what matters. Speaking of Karen, her daughter's back from college. She finally gets to talk to her. Everything's great. She plans this whole little, luncheon for her daughter. It's just the two of them. Her daughter's like, you know what, things are going well. Everything's great. There was this little co-op thing we did. This little sit-in thing we did. And the food that we had was atrocious. It was some of the nastiest food I've ever had in life. And what she means by that is, I guess she's never had a Philly cheesesteak before. So she's like, that's just, look, I don't want to disrespect anyone, but I always thought those things were nasty too. When I used to eat, pork, beef, and chicken and all that stuff. I always think that was nasty too. So shout out to her for being a part of high society. And, not having to taste the, I guess, the swill, if you will, of the streets. No, I'm just kidding. It felt weird. I'm glad she's home so that Karen could spend all of her time ooling over her daughter. Robin, she's taken her kids to the dentist, and it's been 2 years since they've been there. She's like, I know. But look, they're just so darn cute, but they don't really listen to me. I don't think they really respect me. And that's the main issue there. I mean, that scene there was really cute. It really was. It was the whole thing of Robin talking to the dentist. I said, this is so nice, but I feel like all of this is a filler. We're in the 3rd episode in. What's going on? Next, we have Monique, and of course, she's talking to Chris. They're on their way down, and everything's going well. Monique brings up the fact that, as far as their life is concerned, Chris is, well, of course, it's God, because I was like, hold up. Because when she said, Chris was at the top, I said, wait a minute, what'd she say? She said God. I said, okay, there we go. And it's Easter Sunday. There we go. Church service was good today. It's good every week, but, today, it was packed, though. But I'm glad everyone was there. People showed up and showed out. The world is going through a lot, and people showed up and showed out today, so shout out to all y'all that went to church. Shout out to y'all who did some extra praying today. Shout out to all of y'all, period. Y'all. I'm from New York. Why am I saying y'all? Anyway, her focus is Chris, and then her kids. Chris is like, you know what? My family's whole folks. She's like, no, it's you, baby. You at the top. Always remember that. I said, that's great. That's really great. And their marriage, their relationship seems fine, so I have no problems with that. And I appreciate the fact that, again, she was honest and upfront about it instead of pretending like it's not, even though that is the case. Now they're at the, horse races. Everyone's there initially. When I say everyone, Monique is out of town, so that's why she's not there. Ashley, I don't know if it's because of what's going on in her own personal relationship, but this whole extra prying is really, really, really irritating. Really irritating. And I'm looking at her like, come on, Ashley. Ashley, you need to stop it. Because you're making it seem like, how's your relationship with Juan? How's your relationship, period? What's going on in your life? Tell me everything. I need a distraction. That's what I get from Ashley right now. And I said, Ashley, no, we're not doing that. Not today. So Giselle and Karen come over. And Giselle was like, oh, so Monique isn't here. So what'd you think of Monique? And Karen said, well, I thought the rap was interesting. And of course, everyone has a good chuckle. Oh. But in other news, she seems cool. And I think it was Ashley that said in her confessional, this is how Giselle operates. She tries to find something and pick at something because Giselle was still irked and irritated when when Monique was talking about her houses. You don't try and insinuate, oh, so you don't have a home? So if you're telling me that, or saying that to me, and then I say, no, I actually have 4, that's it. It should be done right there. Stop nitpicking. Now, Monique with her family, they're going, and of course her mother-in-law is there, and the mother-in-law is acting like she hasn't seen her grandbaby in years. And Monique's like, oh, excuse me, you see him every holiday. Like, stop fronting. Like, stop it. We're not doing that today. And Chris is inducted, so it's a great honor to Chris. Shout out to Chris. The mother said, I had a prophecy that I was going to see this. Soothsayer. I saw it. I felt it, and I saw it. While they're at the races, Charisse comes, and Charisse accepts Giselle's apology. That's so great. But Charisse sitting there, oh, bygones be bygones at the end of the day. Now this guy, he's coming over, and I think they thought that he was just like a rep or whatever. But he's a professional bettor. And once he talked about how, one time I won $6 million. I'm thinking, well, how much did you lose lose before then? Or how much? Like, that's how my mind operates. Not in a negative, because it's like $6 million. Hey, praise him. And he was talking about he has these houses here, these houses there. I said, Giselle, go. Giselle, go. Because I already know. You're like, let me go see what's going on over here. And I'm not mad at you. I don't care how it looked. I'm not mad at you when he was dropping the C notes for the betting, and he was trying to tell them, so this is how it works. He bet the money, so at the end of the day, they're not really losing anything. They're not losing anything at all if he lost. But he bet on a couple of horses, and it was like, okay, it's a 5-1. So if I'm the only one betting for the horse and the other 5 aren't, then I get 4. Like, come on now, this is simple math. And I said this makes complete sense to me, and I wasn't even like an expert at math, but this is just common sense. Long story short, they won. It was $3,000. Giselle said, "Dude, you come over here." She actually walked away with him, probably to go and bring in the ticket to get the money. But aside from that, once they go and they sit back down, then the narrative kind of switches, because now it's this whole thing of, again, what do you feel about Monique, and oh, that's your friend, and to be honest with you, I don't even remember. Like, I'm in my room, I have the TV right there. Anytime you see me looking away, I'm looking at the TV to jog my memory, but I don't even remember, because it didn't matter. It didn't matter. So I might have to do this out of order, because I'm almost starting not to care. We have Robin. She's trying to get her hair washed. While she's trying to do that, Juan keeps calling her for each and every little thing, and it's just like, what, she's had to do everything, and essentially all he's had to do is be at home and do nothing. With the kids, she does, of course, most of the work, and it's just about feeling appreciated and feeling like he's taken up some of the marital responsibilities, even though they're not married. And so her friend's saying, you know what, maybe you two need to just start over and you need to decide for yourself, what do you really want from the relationship, and does he feel the same way, and all that. So I said, okay, cool. Ashley does skydiving. She does skydiving with, and that looks really cool. It's the indoor skydiving, Sky Zone. Not Sky Zone, because that's the trampoline park, but iSky. And she just talks about how she doesn't have an accounting background, so it's hard for her to understand the numbers and how much she's actually losing, and where does it go against this, to go against that, and she doesn't really know how to ask for help. And Michael says, you know what, I haven't made it easy for you. Even though I'm your investor, I'm also your husband, and I haven't been treating you like a wife lately. So they're going to try and work things out, but Ashley's not so sure if she can go and, if things can be fixed. And she starts crying. And this was in the confessional. But before that, she was all about how, I'm going to try and do whatever I need to do and whatever I can to make sure my relationship isn't like the other girls who are just there and not doing anything. I said, you know what, Ashley, you need to stop. I don't want to be desperate and alone. Well, she was like, unlike Giselle and, the rest of them, I don't want to be in a situation where I'm single and out of the marriage, and then I'm desperate and alone. I said, who said they were? Who said they're not extremely happy being out of their marriages? Just because they're looking doesn't mean that they're like, oh my god, this is the worst thing ever. No, that's not the case at all. I don't know, Ashley, I guess because of what's going on at home, she's been kind of irking me. She's been irking me this whole season. Charisse. She has the people come in to redo the room. Apparently, the designer is her friend. She takes a sledgehammer, Charisse does. She starts destroying some cabinets. I said, Charisse, good for you. This is emotion. This is what we want to see. Now, Monique, while she's sitting down at that table, regardless of what she's saying. Now, I thought it was weird that she started to talk about things like sex, talking about how her husband's shortcomings, her shortcomings. And even though they're honest with their relationship, clearly the mother is very different. And the mother wasn't having it. The mother, here's my synopsis. Forget, the back and forth. Here's my synopsis. The mother doesn't like Monique because she feels, one, she's like, oh, well, you need to go and get a job. Oh, you want to go and get another house. You're doing all this stuff, but it's really my son who's paying for everything. So the mother sees Monique as a gold digger, as an opportunist, even though that's his wife and they have a couple of kids together. It's like, oh, just to secure the bag. That's what the mother sees it as. Oh, well, no, I didn't talk about my husband. And she was saying, as far as my marriage went, I never said anything bad about my husband. And whether, because she said, whether the sex was good, whether I was happy or not, regardless of what happened, as a good Christian woman, I didn't say a dang thing about him and what was going on in our relationship. That's not what I did, especially the other people. I said, okay, I can get it. And here's the thing. Monique is saying this stuff and it has to do with her son, so I'm sure that was part of it. But the mother really doesn't like Monique. It's just like, I put that B in her place. I said, excuse me? Because Chris sensed how it was going, and he said, you know, I'm going to stop this right now because I don't want this to escalate and get any worse. So I'm going to stop this right now. Right now. That's it. We're done. We're done. We're done. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate you guys. But no, we have to. Yeah, we have to go. Yes. Okay. Bye bye. Chris knew what he was doing. He knew things were going to escalate. Monique feels like Chris's mom is jealous. Chris's mom feels like Monique is an opportunist gold digger, in this for the wrong reasons. Attitudes, thing. Monique has a strong personality. Chris's mom has a strong personality. Because of that, Monique's not going to back down. Chris's mom isn't going to back down. Chris's mom wants someone that has a strong personality, isn't a pushover, but agrees with what she has to say. So this was never going to work out from the start. Of course she was fine when you were just the girlfriend. That doesn't mean much. I'm sorry that a lot of people think it does, but it really doesn't mean much. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't mean much. Not at all. You getting married, having kids, having all this stuff. The nerve of her. She said, you need to go and get a job. Because that's what she thinks of you. She thinks of you as a gold digger spending all this money. She said, no, Chris has such great investments that we don't have to ever work again. I said, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. Shout out to Chris. But that's it. At this point, rambling on, they need to pick it up.